Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks so much again for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Let's go ahead and take another look here at Bitcoin. Holy cow, nice little start to the day, right? Almost up 7% since 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time yesterday when the daily candlestick closed. If you take a look here, as soon as the daily candlestick closes, we got Asian market pump. Price goes sideways and up for a rising type of pattern here, or an ascending pattern, and we can see, of course, US market opens and the price goes up again. So this is really, really good stuff here. Keep in mind there's a decent amount of value there now left, so there's a possibility we could see a bit of a sell-off. We're also getting closer to that 60K range, which is generally or notoriously going to work as a resistance for us. So just keep that in mind. We're going to look at some liquidation levels and kind of see what's going on, but if you're new to the channel, just ask, quickly hit the like button. Doesn't do you any harm, and it would help grow the channel, of course, but more importantly, get this in front of more people that deserve a fighting chance to not get destroyed by the market. Now, what we like to look at is abstractly the back-end data, kind of see what's going on here. So when we're looking at the back-end data, we can kind of see there's a ton of liquidation to the upside. It's spread out kind of sparse between now and roughly about 63K. Now, 62,500 is that upper range for that fair value gap that was created this last weekend. Now, there's a possibility we could even see that happen right away. I am surprised to see the price this close to 60,000 already, but it's a good, refreshing start to, or into the week rather here. I guess, again, a very good sign. So the overall sentiment is that a lot of people are shorting Bitcoin right now, and you can see the late shorts here, and even early shorts at 57 to 58,000 just got destroyed. Now, we have a short open from 57,000 where we secured majority of profit already down around 55K. Again, that was that take profit target range I've been discussing for a little while. That's what this yellow line is here on the chart, okay? It's a pretty definitive line in the sand where the price action is like, no, we're not gonna go any further here. We're gonna bounce right off of our point of control. Okay, so again, awesome stuff, the way things are working. Do I wish now that we had taken along at 55K? Yeah, of course, hindsight's 20/20, but you can't cry over spilled milk, right? That's kind of a general term you may or may not have heard over the course of your life. That might date me a little bit. Okay, let's take a quick look here at the daily time frame and work our way down and kind of see what's going on. As per usual, we're below all moving averages. I wouldn't say that's bearish, but it's certainly not bullish. It just implies we're going to see a lot of resistance at 63,000. We can also see here as well that MACD and stochastic RSI are starting to swing up. Of course, stochastic has been swinging up for a little while, but MACD is starting to gain momentum, and it stopped its plateau. In other words, for 3 days in a row, it's like, I'm not going to go any lower. Now today we can see it kind of gaining momentum. So obviously that happens when you have a 7% day, but on the same accord, that's a good sign, kind of giving us an indication that we have higher volume, because we got a pretty solid amount of volume so far, and the daily candlestick is, good, 9 hours away from closing, so we got plenty of time left in the day. We are still under 50 on the RSI. Be curious to see how that holds. That should be close to that 60 to 62K range for that CME gap. So I think we're going to see some resistance here soon. But again, at this point, it's hard to say specifically how much further up we're going to go. My anticipation is anywhere between 60 to 62K, we're going to see the price slow down and pull back. But again, that's just kind of like a common characteristic for trading. A key level resistance range will generally work as such until it is tested multiple times, right? This will be the first reattempt to test that range, so there's a solid chance we'll see the price pull back soon. Again, that's just me personally thinking out loud. When we look at this candle here, this 4-hour candle, there's a tremendous amount of volume. You generally don't want to try to short into that, at least not right away, okay? Same thing here as well with the RSI. We're up over 50 on the RSI. Hindsight, of course. Had I noticed this a couple of hours ago while I was sleeping, if you will, I would have loved to have taken a long right as soon as we broke through 50 on the RSI. It's generally a really good place to consider taking a long because of the fact that you are breaking bullish, okay? If we look at this in hindsight here, we take a look back, obviously the price action is a little different, but anytime the price goes below 50 on the RSI, we've seen we were under 50 on the RSI from here, and it came all the way down, right? So generally speaking, now that we're back up over 50 on the 4-hour time frame, we can presume the price will continue higher, okay? It's just generally the concept. Now, do you take a long right now at 59K? It feels kind of weird to want to take a long right into a resistance level. So me personally, I'm going to err on the side of caution and not do that. But obviously, stranger things can happen when the price could probably and may very well just blast straight through that resistance. Again, a lot of it is due for volume, or volume in itself is the important thing. So we look at this, a lot more volume now than we've seen in a while. Okay, so again, it took a lot of volume to get us to this level. It's going to take that much more volume to get us through it too, though. So you got to recognize if volume starts tapering off and the price starts getting closer to 59, 60K, or starts hovering in that range, there's a decent chance we're going to see the price pull back because of that. It may not pull back dramatically. I think that the upper 40s, low 50K range now at this point seems less likely. But again, we were literally at 48,000, 3 or 4 days ago. So things can absolutely change as we've seen here so far. I wouldn't rule anything out. Honestly, anything can happen. The key takeaway here is that the cloud worked like a champ here, right there at that key level support, held the price action in place. Now that our lagging span's free and clear, we want to confirm that we do not consider taking a short position just yet, even though it is tempting to want to take it. Unless we hit that 60 to 61K range right away, there's a solid chance that we're going to see the price action continue higher overall in the relative near future. All these signs here basically tell us not to close your long position and to consider, holding it open until the price action continues further higher. So there's a lot of reasons why a long versus a short makes a lot more sense right now at this time. But me personally, again, being more of a patient trader, I'm okay with waiting a little bit more for either a better long entry if the price pulls back to the local high, which would be right here at the rough estimate about 57.5. That would be a good consideration for a long because it would be a bullish back test of the more horizontal trend line. There's that. And then I also forgot to mention too here, this is a bullish sign as well. We've got our descending trend line here that's running not concurrent, but it is running parallel with recent highs. And the fact that we've broken through that implies that we're more likely to see the price action go higher from here. The last thing I forgot to look at too, I apologize, I skipped over the moving averages on the 4-hour time frame. We're getting closer to the 50-day SMA right there at about 59.5, so that may be a solid consideration for a shorting opportunity there, just because the 50-day SMA commonly rejects the price action, the first attempt, okay? At least first attempt to break it. We do have a fair value gap there right at 60,000, so my anticipation is we see a little wick up here and the price pulls back from 60K. Again, the CME gap will provide a lot of resistance, keep that in mind. So if we do break through 60,000, I do expect some resilience in that range. Again, a lot of that hinges on the fact that we have a lot of resistance here based on people, shorting the coin quite a lot. The more shorts that open, the more likely the price is to reverse. So again, there's a lot of different things you can kind of look at, but at this point here, this is mostly bullish and it's a very good sign. So appreciate you watching. Hope you can like the video, of course, if you haven't already. Comment below if you get a chance. And obviously you want to become a better trader, jump on over to our Crypto Cash premium group. I would recommend, of course, make sure you read through our our signals guide if you just started, just joined up, of course. And also make sure, of course, you watch the university videos. It makes a ton of sense to watch those videos because they're there to help you, okay? So either way, thanks again for your time, folks. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.